Hey guys, welcome to another movie crew review. Today we'll be reviewing The Housemaid.
The movie stars Sweeney, Amanda Seyfried, and Ben's cleaner.
So Millie comes to work as a living housemaid for the Winchesters. As she finds this dream job starts to become something that really is a nightmare. So we're going to get into the review today. I'm going to start talking about what I thought of the film. I think I was quite interested in it.
As a Sydney.
Exactly. There was some selling points to this film.
How many selling points, yeah?
Two.
Two big ones. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was interested in it. I think the trailer was quite interesting. So that got me captivated. But yeah, it's, one of these kind of, I guess, like it ends with us and that kind of, I don't know if you'd call it like so much of like a domestic violence film, but it kind of gets there and it's psychotic, it's erotic, it's all these different things all wrapped into one. I mean, for me, the standout was Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Sydney. I think, like Amanda Seyfried stole the show. She was really good, man.
Yeah, because she comes across as such a, like, upkept and sane person, and then on a dime, like a bipolar switch, just changes and goes absolutely off her head. But when you find out why she is like that, it makes her even so much harder. So for this review, we're not going to give too much away.
It's hard to,
This is one of these films where once you get about halfway into the film, everything kind of clears up.
Yeah, flips on.
And so it starts to become a bit more difficult to give you all the context of why this character is as smart as she is. But if you watch the film, you'll understand that the craziness and the antics that are happening for a reason. And so I do appreciate that.
Yeah, like this is I think my first ever like Sweeney movie. Like she's the main, I guess. Sort of.
She's kind of like the
main lead.
Like a co-lead.
Co-lead, but Amanda Seyfried was not there much. Like I think a lot of movie was focused on Sydney.
Yeah.
And I think she did a decent job, man. Like in emotional roles or alright, she's good with erotic scenes, I guess. But even when she was being a bit psychotic little bit, it's no spoilers, but I think she did a pretty decent job.
Yeah.
But Amanda Seyfried, she stole the show. And Brendan, I think we saw him in Job. He plays the nicest guy very well,
Oh, yeah.
Like in Job as well, he was the nicest dude ever. Here also, he played that pretty well.
But he plays it in such a way that, like this film, he's very convincing as like the nice guy.
Yeah.
It's not like, there are some films where they're overly nice and you kind of get that vibe of like something's going to change or something's going to happen. If this film, he's nice, but it just seems genuine.
Yeah, he seemed like a nice dude. Yeah.
It really, because, and again, Amanda Seyfried does such a good job in this film in terms of acting these crazy scenes that his niceness kind of just goes under the radar, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You see him just as a nice guy. There's no ulterior motives or anything like that. And then when you pretty much like the first half of the movie is in the trailers, I'd say. So the latter half, it's all, especially the last half an hour,
it all changes.
It's just gets flipped on its head. I really like.
Yeah, me too. There were like small details. Like there's an attic like where Sydney, she has to sleep. Yeah, and you can see like there's like a small bucket there somewhere. Like very small details. And
it's a good second watch.
Yeah, it is. But I do have a few problems when you come to second watch because there's like a half an hour stretch where everything is goody two shoes. Oh, everything's lovey-dovey.
Yeah.
I think it went for a bit too long because after that movie flips.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was a bit of a stretch there. I could have like maybe just that part should be on about 10 minutes. I know we have to develop this. Yeah. But yeah, it felt a bit longer that time. But and then we have to do a lot of explanation,
That for me was a bit of a slob to get through.
It was.
It's really like dumbing it down for the audience.
Pretty much it was.
Really is. And it's probably 3 times that we get in the film. At the very start with it's Millie.
Yeah.
Amanda Seyfried comes in the middle. Yeah. Gives like a real big dump. And then Billy gives another dump
Yeah.
at the end. But there's scenes that, without the explanation, you kind of would have got it if they mixed it all into the fold. It's just kind of lazy writing.
It is, and
No,
how you actually
fun.
get it, how you dump it, or you write a letter.
Yeah, that's silly.
It is silly. I
At
think
least it was explained for her. Like Millie's just like,
yeah, she's just dumping someone. I don't know what was she telling, but yeah, I don't know. I wish they had like other things to like explain this, and not just write a letter and yeah, explain everything. But I do like I said, firstly they tell what happened to daughter
yeah,
and how that actually turns out. But yeah, small things like minute things how we portray in the beginning and later on. Yeah, and that's good. But yeah,
I think the mum is a very, see, on a second watch, you'd be listening out for kind of like looking out for the mum a bit more. She's very small. Elizabeth Perkins is like a very small role in the show.
yeah,
But at the same time, is probably like the most important person.
it is.
Kind
It
of
is.
sets everything in motion.
My sweet boy. Yeah,
Oh, everything is a privilege.
it is a smile. Well, I don't know what she said about smile. That was a good line.
Yeah. Was that the night quote that he said at the sing?
Yeah. You have to. I don't know. Can't remember, but that was a good quote. Very creepy.
Yeah, but she's just in this film. I think the Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney. They play off each other quite well. I think if one or the other didn't work together well, this film would have just like nosedived. It wouldn't have been that.
Yeah, and I like that in the beginning, like everyone sort of is lying. Like Sydney is lying about her, like why her job, she wants this job, like why gave a resume, basically a lie. Yeah, and Amanda is lying too. So I like that bit. Like
Yeah, both have ulterior motives.
yeah,
That's what makes it good.
yeah,
For me, because you spend half the film just living the life, then the other half finding out why it's come to me.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I'm big fan of Sydney Sweeney.
Big fan.
All right,
I do. Oh,
and then about halfway in this film was probably the a best scene of the film. I'd say.
oh,
If you're a fan of Sydney Sweeney,
you can pause it right there. I mean, we can't pause it in the cinema, unfortunately, but yeah, we can do it at home, man.
yeah, when the home release comes.
Yeah, buy the soap.
Any other thoughts you had on the?
Oh, actually, the very end, not the, I like the very end scene was cool.
Yeah,
With she goes to another person's as a housemaid, but like the new lady has something, you can say. But a scene before that with the police was,
she had this weird smile.
she did, but the way she was like, oh, bad thing happens to good people. I was like, really?
They like, okay, so I kind of had a look at like the book.
Yeah.
And so in the book, the police lady is actually the father of the fiance that stops dating her. And he specifically took the job in the town to keep an eye on their son. So there are some things that they changed, but I think that would have been the only thing. The other thing is Enzo the gardener.
Yeah.
Like, it's winter. What's he gardening? Like, she's like all the time.
No, there's nothing. I don't see him just
all he does is like stand like this.
Yeah. I don't know why he hired them. Yeah, he was hired. But
He's a terrible guy. Just standing there doing nothing. No, I think that was a wasted character to be.
it was.
To have him in the film, no difference for me.
There was no, he was just being a creep, honestly. But he helped, supposedly.
Yeah, he got some passports for it.
Yeah, which never were used.
So it's like, how did the gardener get passports when she's like some rich wife that could have worked? You know what I mean?
Sure,
exactly. Yeah. Like,
yeah, that was a waste of okay.
Yeah, they should have either like worked him into the
like at least at the end something.
Yeah, and done something with him, or the other way, because in the film she's like, she can't get out. Yeah. At the same time, how many times does she go somewhere and can never come back? You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
It's got a bit of a plot, some plot holes.
Yeah, it does.
At
The
end of the day, this is more like entertainment. It is fun, thriller, psychological. Got Sydney Sweeney. So
Amanda too. All right.
Shall we get into the scores, Mary?
Yeah.
All right, Maroon, how many keys out of 10?
7.5 keys out of 10.
Yeah, same page as Maroon, 7.5 keys out of 10.
I used to give 8, man, because of Sweeney, you know.
That's true. That's true.
We got 2 reasons.
I'll bump it up. I'll bump it up to 8 keys out of 10.
All right, there we go. Much better.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check
Hey,
out.
Sweeney, please subscribe to our channel.
Yes, check it out. Check it out. And catch us on the next one. Ciao.